Hello everyone and welcome back to my official The GH24 News YouTube channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Cyrus Renaud will have a major outburst while Drew Quartermaine and Jen Sidwell make a parlous connection. Sonny Corinthos will also admit some medical results, so then's what GH suckers can anticipate. For starters, Lucas Jones will talk to Carly Spencer about how they've to stop making a bad situation worse, so he'll continue to gossip out advice that she may or may not accept. Anyhow, Carly could be walking into trouble now that Nina Reeves wants to team up against Drew. After Nina updates Maxie Jones on her cooperation plan, she'll deliver her offer to Carly and hope for a surprising supporter. At Turning Woods, Cyrus will get rankled up and demand to know who's been spreading falsehoods about him. Since brother Cyrus values his character as a changed man, he'll cloud once his character takes further successes. Still, that could clearly make her a target, if Cyrus finds out Jocelyn Jax is smelling around. It could be Sidwell who stirs up Lulu's wrathfulness, considering what he did to her family, Lucky Spencer. Sidwell will also have a meeting with Drew at some point, which will lead to Sidwell dropping Sonny's name into the discussion. It could leave Drew suspicious about Sidwell's ulterior motives when it comes to fishing for Sonny word. Laura Collins will presumably catch a regard of this Sidwell and Drew converse since she's about to give Drew a warning. It sounds like Laura may try to steer Drew down from dangerous Sidwell, especially since Drew has enough problems as it is. Over with Jordan Ashford, she'll speak with Anna Devane about her plan to reel Sidwell in and dig up some dirt. Anna may have enterprises since Sidwell poses a trouble to anyone who gets too close. Back with Lulu, she'll settle on an implicit new path to chancing Charlotte Cassadine. Lulu won't give up on their endless mama-son reunion, so we'll see if Laura approves or not. In Los Angeles, Natalia Ramirez will wonder if Sonny's upset about what the croaker might tell him. As Sonny waits to see his cardiologist, Natalia will push for honesty and offer support. After Sonny receives his medical results, Natalia will formally again be by his side. Sonny may have to deal with some bad news, but he'll appreciate Natalia's comfort and guidance. Sonny's croaker may make some dire prognostications about his health, so stay tuned to see what his coming way will be. Jocelyn Jax as a WSB agent feel to be true. During the Tuesday edition of The Cleaner, he and his WSB apprentice, Colette Girard, were having a converse in a wooded area outside of city. Colette discovered the den house that Cyrus Renaud had, but Brennan was interested in helping the PCPD out by cracking this case. Rather, he wanted to see if Jocelyn would find the house and what she'd do next. Brennan seems to wholeheartedly trust Colette, indeed though she's been a laddie sketchy as of late. This dusk suckers feel about the character could be simply because they don't know important about her, or maybe it's because she is, in fact, up to no good. After all, when she followed Lulu Spencer to Prague, Colette did so under Brennan's instructions. Still, shooting at Valentine Cassadine in front of that cafe, with his son, Charlotte Cassadine in the vicinity sounded like a villainous thing to do. Colette did offer up a good reason behind the reason for this decision, which may have eased Brennan's enterprises, but suckers are vended on the idea of her being a decent character. Does she have an evil docket? Later there's still that unknown regarding Sonny Corinthos' extension. The device used was a WSB model, and Colette herself questioned if it was blurted into the hands of someone outside the agency. Still, what if she's the one behind the ewing? Anyhow, it wouldn't be exorbitantly shocking if Colette was a villainess, working for someone like Jen Sidwell looking to bring Sonny or conceivably Brennan and the WSB down. This kind of plot twist is what juicy cleaner stories are made of. Still, if this the case, could she sabotage Jocelyn's WSB test? Colette may do this in an attempt to strike back at Sonny, or she may just want to ruin Brennan's plans to retain another agent. Is she bothered about her adjunct's gig at the WSB? That could be a factor, as well. Also again, if Colette has hidden passions for Brennan, sabotaging Jocelyn where she lands in peril could be a way to strike back at Carly Spencer. For all suckers know, Colette could be a brilliant WSB agent but have hidden psychotic tendencies. She's simply not oil enough to know at this point. Jocelyn was veritably close to getting caught in Cyrus' room during the Wednesday, February 5th occasion, so what if Colette sets up an analogous situation? Unlike Cyrus' apartment, his den house is easily outside of Port Charles and nearly in a wooded area, so it would be veritably grueling for Jocelyn to escape Cyrus' wrath if he finds her poking around in his business. There's way further than meets the eye where Colette is concerned, so it'll be intriguing to see when the cleaner reveals her true colors. Still, will Jocelyn get caught in the crossfire of all this and land in a dire situation because of it? Only time will tell. There's a good chance he learns that Sam McCall's end was no accident, and she was boggled. Still, what if he also learns that Cyrus Renaud was behind it all? Rocco Falconeri turns to Danny Morgan. Danny Morgan will be on the oil during the week of, so it's not hard for suckers to see that formerly Rocco finds out about Sam, he'll turn to Danny to tell him about it. The teens will be devastated over this news, but knowing these two, they might also believe that they need to take justice into their own hands, especially if they find out Cyrus was behind this all, too. But could they go to extreme measures in the name of vengeance? Cyrus Renaud's days are numbered in Port Charles. Suckers can feel a whodunit plot on the horizon involving Cyrus. The show seems to be collecting a list of suspects for his implicit murder at the moment, and once the news of his digitalis spree hits Port Charles, the miscreant's days will be numbered. From Dante to Alexis Davis, Jason Morgan, and Christina Corinthos Davis among others, there will be numerous persons of interest. Formerly Cyrus is set up dead, but could Rocco and Danny land on that list, too? Could the two teens platoon up to bring Cyrus' reign of terror to an end? It would surely be an intriguing plot twist, which may have the boys hiding what they did at first, but also revealing it to their fathers, Jason and Dante. Rocco Falconeri is about to disinter the motherload of dirt on his father's history that he no way imagined would be possible. Dante Falconeri may not handle the news veritably well, and he surely wouldn't be happy to hear it conducted through his teenage son. The walls have cognizance in the Q-Mance, and when Rocco finds himself in the wrong place at just the right time, he may not only learn that Brooke Lynn Quartermain gave birth to Dante's son and gave him up for relinquishment, but that Lois Cerullo plotted to keep the baby in the family. Dante is formerly dealing with so important as he tries to manage with life without Sam McCall and conforming to Lulu Spencer being back. The last thing that Rocco will want to do is compound his grief, anguish, and wrathfulness. Will revealing that Brooke Lynn has been lying to him since they were kiddies at camp end up destroying the good thing they've got going living at the Quartermain hearthstone? That may worry Rocco enough to keep his lips zipped. What do you suppose? He wants to stay with Danny Morgan after all. Brooke Lynn was just a child when all of this happened to her. It was her mama helping to guide her through it, and while Brooke Lynn doesn't appear to hold any resentment or condemn her mama for how effects turned out, she doesn't actually know how they turned out. When Rocco hears that he has another stock, and that Lois knows we're there, he's going to be keen on figuring that part of the equation out. Will it lead him to Giovanni Gio Palmieri? In the end, we get the feeling that this will work out better than Drew Quartermain's has in joining this dysfunctional family. After all, everyone formerly adores Gio. But it may not be tied up on one neat little arc for Dante, who's likely to be mealy with Brooke Lynn. Also, they may both be furious with Lois for her deception, indeed if it means they end up having a relationship with their son.